I want to talk to you about illegal side of business that can inspire the positive side of business. What am I talking about? Well, this is something that's come up recently and I'm reacting to it, but it also happened many, many years ago, and I want to bring that into focus today. So iTunes doesn't really exist now. Now they have Apple Music. But when iTunes first started, the iTunes, not Apple Music, but really iTunes, you could download a song, pay 99 cents, download a song. How did that come about? Well, it came about because CDs were being sold, and what people would do is they had these computers, you could rip off the CD, you could rip the music, and then Napster was the biggest guy. He was selling his service to people where they could basically buy the music for very cheap. I mean, really, really cheap. And like something like 25 cents a whole CD or something like that. And the music industry was losing an incredible amount of money. Just a huge amount of money. They were sweating blood because they were so scared of this. Steve Jobs comes along, he actually looks at Napster, he plays with it, he figures out what they do, and he says, we need to do something similar. So they made iTunes. Now they simplified iTunes a lot because the Napster thing was very complicated. You had to do so many button pushings, and I don't know, I never did it, but it was a lot of work. iTunes comes, it's simpler, and then Steve Jobs says, okay, we need to have it pay per song, not per CD. This was a big fighting point. But the thing is that he took inspiration from Napster, from the illegal activity, and then created something that he said, well, this is really cool. It's underground, it's cool, we can make it much better. Okay, so that's the situation that happened in, I don't know when it was, like the year 1999 or something like that. Okay, what happens now? So today, or a few days ago, I think it was March 13th, Google shut down an application that not a pirate YouTube application, but let's say a separate YouTube application that they didn't like. One that had no ads, background playback, but it also had some other features that YouTube doesn't have, like native dark, and it has better controls, so you could like swipe up on one side to make it bright or dim. On the other side, you can change the volume. There are lots of little things that make it much easier to use than the YouTube application most people get in their phone. So Google shuts this down, and even if people have premium, they still like this second application because it's so much easier to use. Like, you don't have to have the content that YouTube pushes at you or that Google pushes at you. You can sort of generate your own. You can say, okay, I don't care about the news, or I want only the news and I don't want music and things like this, where YouTube doesn't really have this availability to the degree that this other application has it. Okay, why am I talking about this? In the same way that Apple took inspiration from their illegal Napster, Google could take inspiration from this application. It's called it's called YouTube Vanced, or now it's only Vanced. And so Google could take inspiration from Vanced and make a better application. Why am I saying this at all? What's the point? Because a lot of times we as businessmen, we look up and we say, well, that's really cool, we could do that. But when you get to a certain level, you're already at the top, you need to look down and say, how is that person doing it? Maybe I can take that inspiration and do something to create a better user experience, a better way to communicate with my audience than the way I am now. It's what Apple did in the past. I do not think that Google will do this. Maybe they will, but I don't think they will. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of summarize the way we can look at things that are beyond or on the margins of society to improve what is in our business. And one third example for this, a lot of Macintosh, the new Macintosh UI that has come out, the new updates, a lot of their features didn't come from Apple OS or from the iOS. It actually has come, the inspiration came from Linux operating systems. And they just borrowed from the Linux operating system and put it into their own user interface. That's smart thinking. That keeps things growing, keeps it moving in the right direction. Think about this for your own business, your own way of doing things. How can you take from the underground and put it into your business so it's going forward? I'll be talking to you soon. That's what I have for now from Stephen McIntosh. Take care.